Today we are going to learn how to multiply fractions. Our learning target is that we can multiply fractions and mixed numbers fluently. And when we multiply fractions, you do not need a common denominator. These are your steps. You can press pause and write them down, and then press play when you have finished. I am going to add and denominators. Straight across. Press play when you have finished. So now we're going to use those steps and solve number 1. So step 1 says to turn the mixed number into an improper fraction. So I have one mixed number, and that is 2 3/4. So the first thing I'm going to do is multiply 4 times 2 and then add 3. So 4 times 2 is 8, plus 3 is 11, and it all goes over 4. So now I am ready to multiply 11 over 4 times 7 over 10. Step 2 says to multiply your numerators and your denominators. 11 times 7 is 77, and 4 times 10 is 40. Step 3 says if we have improper fractions, then we want to change them to mixed number by dividing. So that's just using fraction notation as division. So 77 divided by 40. 40 divides into 77 one time, minus 40. Bring our 7 down, and that's 37. So this is our numerator, this is our denominator, and this is our whole number. So our final answer is 1 and 37 over 40. Next one. So here we notice that we do not have any mixed numbers. So we do not have to change anything to improper fractions. We just solve like normal. So that would be, I like to rewrite my problem. 5 over 6 times 1/3. We multiply our numerators straight across. 5 times 1 is 5. Multiply our denominators straight across. 6 times 3 is 18. 5 over 18 is our final answer because it is simplified. Number 3, we have another mixed number. So we have 2 and 1 over 10. So we multiply 2 times 10 and add 1. I want you to try this one on your own, and when you have come up with an answer, press play. Okay, so now we have 21 over 10 times 5 over 7, and when we simplify 105 over 70, we get 1 and 35 over 70. Step 4 says to simplify. So we need to simplify. Now, some of us may recognize that 35 divides into 70 evenly, but also if we notice a 5 and a 0, we should know with our simplifying rules, if we ever have a 5 and a 0, that could be a good start because 5 divides into those numbers. So I'm going to bring my whole number over here. 35 divided by 5 is 7, and 70 divided by 5 is 14. Now, if we noticed, we can simplify again because 7 divides into both of those numbers evenly. 7 divided by 7 equals, I'm going to bring my whole number over, 1, and 14 divided by 7 is 2. So our final answer is 1 1/2. So then step 5, check for reasonableness. Anytime we multiply, so when we multiply by a number that is less than 1, our product is smaller, so it gets smaller. So if we started out with one of our numbers being a 2 whole number, we can agree that our answer got smaller. I want you to press pause and try number 4 on your own and press play when you have your answer. Okay, so when you got your improper fractions, you should have gotten 20 over 11 and 7 over 3. So we multiply straight across and we get this improper fraction right here. And then we have to simplify, so we divide and we get 4 as our whole number. Our remainder is 8, which becomes our numerator, and our denominator is 33, giving us an answer of 4 and 8 over 33. This time we're multiplying by more than a whole, so it makes sense that we get a bigger number. Now Susan is making 2.5 batches of cookies. If each batch calls for 1/3 of a cup of sugar, how much sugar will Susan use? So I'm going to pull these numbers out. We're making 2.5 batches, and it calls for 1/3 cup. So we're going to multiply those two numbers. So we're going to change our mixed number to an improper fraction. Again, I'm going to have you pause and finish this problem and press play when you have finished.